Hello, hello, hello. How's it going? How is everyone doing today? What am I doing? Like, for real though. I'll get into everything. There's obviously been a lot of updates. It feels like I haven't like streamed in forever. I don't know when the last stream was. Was it last Wednesday? Friday maybe? I don't even remember. It's crazy though, man. We're back. It's been a hell of a week, let me tell you. I'll say right off the bat, I'm sure I'll repeat at some point, but I don't know how long the stream's going to be. Let me just make sure we're all live everywhere before I start yapping. Looks good over here. YouTube, you're good. Twitch, you're also good. Fabulous. Get the chat back up. Yeah, I don't know how long the stream's going to be. It might be the shortest one to date. I'll be straight up. I'm exhausted. I'm absolutely exhausted. Can anyone hear anything? Okay. X says yes. I trust X. Crash is tripping. No, I'm exhausted and hungry, but let me start killing ogres, and then I'll get into story time. It's also, you know what? Forget it. Don't worry. Story time coming. Ogres first. Ogres first. Story time second. I can barely remember how you prayer flick these guys. Not that I was any good at that in the first place, but you know, we'll figure it out. Baku, hello. How are you doing? X is here. Red Snow's here. Good to see you. Let's get this bone. Let's get this bone. Imagine we get the bone on this random, short, spontaneous stream. That would be delightful. Takeshi Ren. He's late. Was I late? I might have been like a minute late. I apologize. Crash is here. Hello. Mickey's here. Bonus 24-hour stream. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Elaine, how are you doing? And Mercury, so good to see you. Good to see you. BRB Tech is here as well in Twitch. Always good. Always good. Yeah, it's been a week. For those who are unaware, if you're maybe not in the Discord or weren't at any previous streams, you may not be aware, but I got a puppy. An 8-week-old golden retriever. You may hear him in the background at some stages. He is in his crate right now. He's in and out of naps, let's say. Sometimes he chirps up. I think I can hear him now, so if you guys hear it, I apologize. You'll just have to cope with that. Now, one of the reasons, I guess the main reason that I've been so absent, and there's been a huge content absence as well. It's stressing me out, man. It is. Like, I can't stop thinking about the fact that there's the last episode that was released was like 3 weeks ago. The last episode of AI Cape was like a month ago. We're behind. But yeah, the main reason has been the dog. I mean, it takes up a lot of time. It is what it is. But the primary thing, not only just the time, has been like, how am I live in like not a very big apartment. Like, it's not small, but like there's not I don't have like a lot of like separate rooms and things like that. So it's like, how on earth am I going to stream and record with a dog that, like, if I leave it alone for like more than 10 seconds, barks, whines, whatever? This is going to be a nightmare. So I've spent the last few days trying to come up with a solution, and boy, if I had a face cam and you guys could see me right now, it would be a sight to behold, because I am literally in the closet. Now, it's a little better than that sounds. It's not quite that bad. It's like a big walk-in closet type thing, and I was like, you know what? I don't really use the walk-in closet as a walk-in closet anyway. Most of it, like all of my clothes are in drawers and stuff, so I don't really use this space, but I'm literally in the closet right now. It's quite tight. There's not a huge amount of space in here, but I think it actually, I haven't like soundproofed it in any kind of way, but I actually think if I had like some foam on the walls and stuff, this would like be like a mini recording studio. This is actually not bad. But it allows me to have a little bit of privacy, kind of keep the noise out as best as possible. And it also is just a safe space to have the setup in, so when I'm not in the house and the dog's running around, I don't have to worry that it's like chewing on all the cables and stuff. So I'm in the closet, all right? That's the bottom line. I got it all set up today. That was today's mission. I went to work, came home, and it literally took me like 4 hours to clear everything out of the closet, set everything up in the closet, make sure to do some tests and things like that. I literally finished setting it all up like 20 minutes ago, and I was like, I just want to go live. I just want to go live. I miss it. I miss you guys. I feel the pressure of no content and no streams, so I'm here. I know that I shouldn't feel the pressure. I can't help it, man. I can't help it. So here we are. We're here. I don't know how long it's going to be, as I say. It could be a very short one. It's been a long day. I got like 2 hours of sleep last night. The dog is actually quite good overnight, but yeah, I don't know. It's tough. Anyway, let me look at the chat, because I've been fully ignoring you guys. I apologize as I rambled. What's the case here? Oof, I see it. It's easy to miss. Don't worry. You're not the first person to do that. I'll cope all day. I love doggos. Nathaniel, hello. How are you doing? Make sure you prioritize your personal life, no matter how long of a dry spell we'll have. We'll always come back for more. I appreciate it, Red Snow. Yeah, that's the one thing I try and remind myself. You know, I mean, the algorithm is a fickle bitch, right? Like, you've got to feed the algorithm as much as possible. Breaks generally aren't a good idea in terms of the algorithm, but you know what? In terms of the streams, I fully appreciate all you guys. You're all amazing. So I appreciate you having some patience. I really do. DJ Monster, hello. Glad to see you. Love the content. Glad to hear you're still dedicated to the series. Oh, 100%. 100%. Yeah. I love it. I've been missing it, man. I haven't fired up my PC in about 3 days. That's probably the longest, like, break my PC's had in, like, 2 years, honestly. But especially since I started doing content, I just, like, I'm always on the PC. There's always stuff to do, but I literally haven't touched it. I've barely been in the Discord. I haven't edited a video. The next episode of AI Cape is probably a good few days away from being fully edited, which is not ideal, I'll be honest, but it is what it is. We'll get there. We'll get there. I think now that I've got this set up here in the closet, I think I can get back to normality, you know, and it's a good opportunity for me to crate train the dog, because I am a bit of a sucker for hearing him bark and letting him out. It's difficult, but now I have my own space, you know, I've got my headphones on and stuff. I can, not that I'm ignoring him, but you know, it allows me to be like, no, listen, this is how it's got to be, right? This is how it's got to be. Desan, hello, how are you doing? Good to see you. Requesting puppy picture. There actually is in the Discord. If you want to hop in the Discord, !Discord will get you there. X has posted it in there for you. Join on in. There's a bunch of stuff in the Discord, not just dog pics, but you know, if that's what you want, they're in there. Yeah, speaking of the Discord, I mentioned it in every stream, but we have a guessing game going on right now. You gotta guess what KC I'm gonna get the bone on. We currently have 4,376 KC. If you guess the closest, you'll win. I think it's approximately 83 mil is the prize. Oh, just for throwing a guess in the chat. It's super easy. In the Discord, I should say. You may as well do it. Oh no, there's dog barking in the streams now. There will be dog barking in the streams, JM. I'm curious how audible it is, so you know, let me know. I did do some tests and it wasn't like horrendous, but I'm aware it's there. It's there. And just know I'm not I'm not ignoring it. It's sad, but you know, another reason why this will be a shorter stream, because I took him out for a walk, I don't know, half an hour ago? 40 minutes ago, and he's had his dinner and he's had his water. He's all good. We had a little play, so I'll be letting him out in about an hour, something like that. Life Happens Blue will still be here looking for the videos when they pop up. I trust that to be the case, Desan. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. What do you think is the minimum gear for KQ? I miss only that for Desert Hard. Got 70 on all combat style only. Oh, Nathaniel, I honestly have no idea. I can honestly say, for a boss that's been in the game for as long as it has, I've probably killed KQ 20 times, I would say. I tried it on my main and then just realized how brain rot it was, and I was like, I'm not going back here, man. I'm just not doing it. But at some point we will. There's a lot of content like that, actually, that I've neglected over the years. And part of the reason why I think content is going to be so exciting for me, because it it almost forces me to explore some areas of the game that I just generally wouldn't otherwise. So that's pretty nice. Hopefully today I'm hanging with a crack. How are you doing, Daryl? Good to see you. Kono's here as well. Good to see you. Good to see you all. Not only have I got a dog to contend with, I have a cat as well that wants to be in the closet. So I will periodically let her in and out and try not to die in the meantime. Killed it in RS3 early, but RS3's janky as hell. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. KQ sucks at 126 combat in max gear. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? That, like, again, a boss that's been in the game as long as it is, like, even with our massive power creeping gear and stuff like that, it's still I don't know if you call it a challenging boss, but that thing will shred you, man, no matter what level you are. Ascended or non-ascended? We are non-ascended today. I'm tired today. I thought I would go sit mode today. Sit mode. But I did, well, part of the reason it took so long to set up was because I was trying to make sure... I have some, like, shelving in the walk-in closet, and the shelves were kind of blocking the ability for the desk to rise. But I've figured it all out now, so we're all good. We're all good. It's just not a nice boss to grind overall. Yeah, that's fair. A cat, do tell. I think I have pictures of the cats in the Discord as well, actually. Although I do only own one of them now, unfortunately. If you've seen them in the Discord, it's Josephine, or Josie, that I own, the brown one. She's super clingy, man. I have a clingy cat and a clingy dog now. It's great. Another stream of blue milking ogre content. Hey, I gotta milk it as long as possible, you know? Gotta milk it. What did I miss? Yeah, has anyone heard the doggo yet? I can hear him. And if I can hear him, that means you can probably hear him. I do have, like, noise gates and stuff on the microphone. So, to be honest, it would only pick it up as I was talking. If I stay quiet, it definitely will not pick it up because of the noise gate. But if I talk, it obviously opens the gate and then whatever. No? Well, that's good, honestly. I'll be real with you guys, like, real talk for a second. I got him the first day, absolutely in love, like, the most beautiful boy. He's so cute. He's actually quite well behaved. Like, when I take him for walks, he walks really well. It sounds stupid, but, like, on the leash and stuff, he's pretty well behaved. He's fairly good around the house. He has accidents in the house and stuff, but that's to be expected. But generally, he just has, like, a good temperament about him. But I'd say maybe 6 hours or so after picking him up, I was already a little anxious, for lack of a better word, about the lack of content. I had some personal stuff going on as well. I don't mean this to be like a sob story, but I've just been behind. So I got the dog, and I was like, all right, I need to get back on the content train, like, ASAP. But about 5 or 6 hours after picking up the dog, I had this, like, internal meltdown where I was like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to get back on the content train? This dog is so much work. And, like, I just don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I'm going to record videos. I don't know how I'm going to stream. This is going to be a nightmare. Aye. Pedro, yippee. Bewitched. Sorry, I spoke over your yippee. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Coming in with the tier 1 sub for 2 months in a row. I love that it tells me that. I don't think YouTube gives me that info. Look, who came in here and bonked the ogre? Who? I saw it in the background. I see his head popping up. Sexy Tasker. Unreal. And now he's running away. Look at that. No, I was stressing hard. I had, like, a bit of an internal meltdown. I genuinely didn't know what I was gonna do. I felt like, you know how what's it called, like postpartum depression or something? That is completely different and not comparable in any way. But I almost felt like, you know, when you see in like movies and TV shows when the mother has a newborn baby and the newborn baby will not stop crying and the mother's just having like a meltdown. That's how I felt. I was stressed out. I really was. But it's been a few days now. I'm getting a routine going with myself. The dog has a routine. I have a routine. I think we'll be okay. And this new setup is genuinely helping with that quite a lot. Quite a lot. So it feels good. So I thought we'd do a little spontaneous short stream today. Not sure how long it's going to be, but we'll see how it goes. And then tomorrow, I have the day off. So tomorrow, I'm torn between... Tomorrow is wait, what day is it tomorrow? It's Wednesday, right? Tomorrow is supposed to be a streaming day. And it could be. I just don't know whether to commit, like, the day to editing instead of doing a stream. You know, maybe I could stream on, like, Thursday night instead. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I need to think about that. I will let you know in the Discord. I'll post it on Twitter or whatever as well. I will let you guys know. I do feel this urge and need to really crack on with some editing, you know? I could do both, of course, but it's always tough when I stream for like 3 or 4 hours and then I end the stream and I'm like, God damn, now I gotta edit a video for like the next 5 or 6 hours? Like, jeez. Just do like an editing stream. Does anyone do that? That would be quite a funny concept. I'm gonna have to kill this ogre, aren't I? Imagine this is, or could have been the curved bone. I'll be upset. There's no way to know really, but I'll get him out the way. Told you to remind me to use my Prime again. Reminder coming in. Prime subs are a thing that exist. They're great. They cost you nothing, and I get money. It's literally an infinite money glitch. I had to put you on in the background at work, by the way. What did you like about the curved bone blues? Sometimes it like is very 50-50, but for the most part, YouTube. That might flip at some point. I don't know. Twitch is a struggle for discoverability. I'm blessed on the fact that I have my YouTube viewers. I guess a lot of you guys found me from the YouTube videos, of course. But if I, you know, I stream for a year, let's say, I imagine Twitch would pick up over time. I don't know. I don't know. So you're officially planning the 24-hour stream? If that makes you feel better, Mickey, yes, I'm officially planning it. And if by planning it, I mean, hypothetically thinking it's a thing I could do. I would be down to try. I definitely would. It would require me to, like, plan quite well in advance, I think. I would have to get, like, a good night's sleep, prepare food for, you know, things I can just snack on throughout the day. Lots of coffee and lots of energy drinks. You need your old man day nap? No kidding, Kaylee. Yeah, absolutely no kidding. That is one thing I've noticed. Like, the older I get, the more my nap amounts go up. There is like a direct correlation between my age and my time spent napping. I'm not a very good napper though. That's the problem. By that I mean, like, ideally I would like to put my head down for half an hour, you know, wake up, power nap, feeling fresh. But the reality is I go for a nap and I wake up like 3-4 hours later. I would want to see a 24-hour stream. Okay. 24-hour stream would be cool because even if people aren't like here for the full time, which I expect nobody to be, I would be amazed if anyone did. Like, huge shout out to you if you do. But it just captures all of the time zones, right? Naturally, which is cool. Energy drink of choice? If I just had to pick one and and drink it for the rest of my life, it's the white Monster Energy for sure. I enjoy that one a lot. It's like not too sweet. I mean, it's sweet, of course, because like I guess all Monster is, but it's not shockingly sweet. It's just I don't know. It's good. Ogre KC total is on screen, my man. It is, what is it? 4,390. The last few days I've like fallen behind on the banana minigame as well, Desan. Not that that, of course, takes any time, but usually I'm like, you know, I'm just on the computer, I've got Discord open, or, you know, I'm laying in bed and I'm flicking back and forward between Discord and whatever else I'm doing. But I don't know, I've just been so preoccupied, I haven't even been thinking about it, so I am falling behind. I still haven't had a rare banana in, like, I don't know how many harvests. I'll have to check that. I swear I'm dry. I'm not even kidding, by the way. This sounds so ridiculous. Because I only slept for 2 hours last night, and it wasn't even really like a deep sleep. It felt more like a nap than a sleep. And whenever that happens for me, I have like the most vivid, crazy dreams. Like I'm not in like a full REM sleep or whatever the actual term for it is. I end up having like the most lucid, crazy dreams. And I genuinely had a dream that I got an orange banana and I traded it. And I know this isn't exactly how the minigame works. Well, I guess it could be. I traded it and got 3 purple bananas, a blue banana, and a gold banana. And I was so happy. And then I woke up the next morning and realized that that wasn't real. I dreamt it. And I still just have 1 patch and 1 red banana. It's sad. We're struggling out here. And it's the 11th of March. We're like almost halfway through the season. And I'm, you know, floundering here. Kovacs Glass, hello, hello. How are you doing? How much prayer do you save by manually flicking on off? A lot. If I just had it running, like, constantly, I think I would get like 3 kills, honestly. I always say this, but when I'm streaming, my prayer flicking is abysmal. Like, it's so bad. My prayer drains so quickly. I take so many hits. When I'm not streaming, I can almost keep my prayer up, like, indefinitely. Like, if I'm focused. I don't really watch streamers, but funny enough, you came up. I'm on my chunk man right now too, rolling a new chunk in like 15 minutes. Dude, Pekka, good luck with the roll. That's exciting. Where are you? Not like physically in the world, but you know, in the game. What chunk are you just about to finish? You're slightly unlucky then, but the variance with such low drop rate can be debilitating. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We're getting close to the drop rate for this curve bone. For those unaware, it's a 1 in 5,000 drop rate. We're at about 4,400 right now, so, you know, we're getting close to the drop rate. I still believe we'll get it before the drop rate. I still believe. Opium. Remington was my start, but now about to finish West Valley. Oh, that's awesome. Bing bong bonk time to get that bone. Hell yeah, Strine. Hell yeah. Wish me luck. Wish me luck. Long bone stack looking prime. It's looking stressful. It gives me anxiety just looking at this inventory. Like, I'm basically operating with 1 inventory slot right now. We'll get a Leo soon enough. What was the, Yeah, we're due a random event now, actually. We are due one. Leo would be nice. Quizmaster would also be very nice. No wonder my prayer never lasts. Yeah, it's tough. If you're unfamiliar with prayer flicking, like turning it on and off as you see me doing, the kind of logic behind it is... Well, I'm not going to get the absolute specifics right because I just don't know a huge amount about it. But essentially when I turn it on and turn it off again, I'm timing it exactly... Well, I say that as I get slapped. But I'm supposed to be timing it exactly when the ogre is going to hit me. So the game calculates the fact that I have my prayer up, therefore 0 damage is going to come to me. But I turn it off fast enough that the game doesn't take a prayer point away from me. So if you do it perfectly, you can essentially just have infinite prayer. If you do it perfectly. I do not do it perfectly though. So it is what it is. But yeah, it essentially means I can stay here for as long as I want, basically, if I do it well. After a few of your streams, I've gotten a Leo within a few hours. Maybe that's a good omen. Because we're getting desperate out here. Surprise blue stream indeed, Ben. Yes, you know, gotta keep you on your toes, you know? It was not planned. And, well, I was gonna say it's probably a bad idea. I don't think it's a bad idea. It was either stream or eat and go to bed. They were like my 2 options, you know? And I just miss the content grind, man. I miss it. So I got my new kind of setup. I mean, it's not new, it's just moved. And as soon as I finished setting it up, I was like, I just want to go live. It was not the plan at all, but here we are. Here we are. This is prayer flashing. In flicking, you turn it on off with the same tick every tick. Yes. Yeah, I can't do that, man. I suck at that, Kaylee. It's something I need to practice, though, because eventually I'm going to end up in content that is way more difficult than just bonking ogres, where actual prayer flicking might be required. I wasn't planned either. Well, there you go, Mickey. Sometimes things that weren't planned are, you know, they work out good. Got a mithril sim the other day from a mystery box. Too bad, just a normal Ironman and not chunk lock though, so not that useful. Yeah, I got one on AI Cape, if you recall. I got one in like episode 2. I think it was, well, it actually was my very first ever mystery box. I got a myth sim. I also got a curved bone on that account. It's just, you know, it's the way RuneScape works, man. What can you do? Oh yeah, the boys got you there, Timothy. 491. We'll have to get an absolutely spooned with that imbued heart. I will hope you get blessed by the bone soon. Getting close to my prediction. Yeah, I just saw that actually, Ben. That's nuts. I saw it right before I went live. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. I remember getting one on my... I got one on my main. And I just sold it immediately. And I'm gonna get the number wrong, but if memory serves, I think I sold it. This was like 2 or 3 years ago now. I sold it for like 20 mil. But now it's worth like 100. Streamers on mute while I'm on the phone with my wife. Anything I've missed? I was gonna try and troll your ex, but I couldn't think of anything smart. No, no. Oh yeah, I am totally responding to X as he's muted me. How unbelievably rude. How, you know, as if the wife gets priority over a blue stream. That's not acceptable. And that is also not acceptable. Posty Pete, man. Seriously, no, I'm not coming to help Molly. I've had nothing but useless random events. I did this in the last stream, but how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This is the last 14 random events I've had. Rick Turpentine, Sandwich Lady, Captain Arnav, Evil Bob, Freaky Forester, Drunken Dwarf again, Drill Sergeant, Posty Pete, Drunken Dwarf again, The Frog, Sergeant, Drill Sergeant, the Mysterious Old Man was, oh, that was the Maze, and Posty Pete. So essentially just useless random events for the last 14 random events. Also, who keeps bonking my ogres, man? Someone polish this ogre off for me. If you can, or want to. Over 100 mil now. Yeah, that's absolutely nuts. Yeah, the random event RNG is not here. it's not here, unfortunately. Love talking to Posty Pete just to click the dialogue to tell Molly to get stuffed. Man just crashed blue, right? I know. Unreal. Unreal. This kill, I got it? Alright. Bet. Who's here? Okay, I was gonna get Daka to finish off this ogre, but he's a level 3, so maybe I'm asking too much. Feels good to be killing ogres again, man. I'm always tempted to do some on mobile. But I just don't want to. I'm terrified I'll get it. I know I can screen record, but I just don't want like a mobile clip in the video. Plus, I don't like love the idea of screen recording for like 4 hours if I'm killing ogres on mobile or whatever. I also just don't love the idea of playing on mobile, to be honest. Period. I use mobile, but only for, like, the most bare-bones basic stuff, like agility rooftops or, you know, barbarian fishing. Why is this guy attacking me, man? Relax. Just finished something on the elves on mobile. Getting my ass kicked at Blue Gauntlet. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. I don't think I've done anything particularly difficult on mobile before. Like, ever. I don't think so, at least. I just feel like clumsy when I'm on mobile, you know? But you get a skill impact on mobile. That's also a fear, you know? Like, I was gonna do some of the agility grind on, like, for AI Cape on mobile, but again, it's like, what if I got the got the pet? You know? How am I gonna explain that one? Just pulling the chats back up. Alright, bet. Still waiting on that third monitor, man. I actually, like, had an idea in terms of the third monitor, but I don't know if it's a good idea. But well, initially, I just wanted, like, a third monitor. So 1, 2, 3 in a line, you know? That's the idea. That's the plan. But I think what I might do instead is get, like, a third monitor above. Was that saying this in the last stream? I can't remember. Yeah, I might get a third monitor, like, above my 2 other monitors right now. kind of want an ultra wide for that. And it just, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth the money though, because like an ultra wide will be more expensive, and its only purpose will be to have like, what would be even on it? Probably just like OBS and the stream, like health and stuff like that. I did talk about it. Ah, okay, gotcha. Also, did you see my comment on your doggo photo post? I don't know. Did I? Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. What was it? Zulrah and Bork I can do just fine, but feels like I have two left hands doing Gauntlet. There's no, there's no way I could do Zulrah. There's literally no way. On mobile, I mean. No way. Vorkath? Maybe? Like, I could maybe do Vorkath. Curved bone on 4444. Trust? I do, I trust. I'm very trusting. Yeah, I might put the chat on it just then. I just don't know if I love the idea of, like, having to look up to see the chat all the time, you know? You think you can bribe us with puppy photos and we'll forgive you? Well, you're right, but they better keep coming unless you want a riot. And who knows how long this photo will sustain us. That's fair. That's fair. I will be sure to post more. I got a curved bone today, if that makes you feel better. It doesn't. That's awesome though, Sweezy. Congrats. Hopefully it was a collection log. Still no Leo, Matt. We're struggling out here. Hey, Meliodas, how you doing? Meliodas has the pink banana? That's crazy. I don't even know what that one is. Is that 3 months? I don't even know if I was streaming 3 months ago, was I? What would that have been? December 11th? Maybe. Oh, right. That's the, who else is here? Pecker, if you want to try punching this ogre to death, that would be huge. Forget OSRS content. You're a Doggo life update channel now. Yeah, I'm just going to transition the channel into, like, a dog thing. Three months, that's awesome, Meliodas. Thank you so much for that. I guess it maybe didn't... Maybe... Did you, like, renew it when I wasn't live or something? Because I don't think I saw any, like, notification for that. But that's awesome. Thank you so much. I want to say you're probably the, like, longest subscriber then. Is that the right way of saying that? The longest? You know what I mean. It was a collection log, but that's good at least. Heading out for the night. I'll catch the VOD tomorrow. Good luck getting the curved bone. No worries, Stan. No worries, dude. Have a good night. Do yourself quilts and make dog pampering shorts instead of instead for Dolores? that dollars in like Spanish or something? Spearman. Trademark. There you go. On Twitch, you know, it's the Wild West on Twitch, man. You can do whatever you want. As long as it's not in the VOD, which it will not be. I've got it all set up so that the stream gets whatever music I want, and then when the VOD goes live, it does not. It has generic copyright-free music instead. It's pretty sweet. And I'm also recording outside of that as well with no music. So we've got a no music recording, a royalty-free music recording, and a whatever music I want to listen to music recording. It's pretty cool. It's funny because I read that as, how are you playing Trackmania music? And I was like, wait, I'm playing Trackmania music right now? That's sick. Don't get me started on Trackmania. How does X, like, unmute the stream just to ligmify me? This is not okay. Always talking about Trackmania. 100%, Kebby. And every time I see your name, it makes me think of Trackmania. A, because you tell me about... Well, you bring it up all the time. I'm blaming you. But also, there's a Trackmania Pro. Literally called Kebby. From Sweden. So every time I see your name, I'm like, oh, Trackmania. Literally just unmuted too. What's Trackmania? Oh, only Spearman. I'm so pleased you asked. Let me enlighten you. Trackmania is a racing game. I think it's like 20 years old. It might even be a little longer than that. It might be a little bit older. Very old racing game. They released. I mean, there's many versions of it. They've released many versions over the years, but the most recent edition is Trackmania 2020, is what it usually gets called. It was released in 2020, and they've kind of like moved away from releasing new games. It's now more like a, my god, there was no way. Some of them are just outrageously difficult. Hat Films got you into Trials? It's a really fun game, man. Are they, like, making any new ones? Or is that kind of done now? I haven't played it in years. Played a lot of Trials HD. Me too, Ghost. Me too. I really enjoyed that. My favorite thing on Trials HD was the pinball skill game. I played the hell out of that, man. I think I got like top 100 in the world or something. And then just stopped. I really wanted the world record, but it's so brain rot after a while. I'm just like reading the clan chat for the first time. Keb just roasted me in here. If you guys are looking for a clan chat to join, feel free. It's Blue OSRS, as you can see on the screen here. You're more than welcome. Join on in. There's always people hanging out, people doing stuff together. I think there was a little team doing Barbarian Assault the other week, which is really cool to see. I remember beating the Ultimate Challenge where you had to complete all the hardest tracks back to back. I never did that, Ghost. What was it? It was oh god, what, Inferno? Is that what it was called? Inferno 2 or whatever? I remember trying to get gold on that and spending literally hours on it. But it was Trials Fusion that caused me the most difficulty, I think. Because Trials... Maybe it was Trials Evolution. I might be mixing those up. But I think it was Trials Fusion that not only had, like, the different medals you could get, but they had, like, challenges that you had to do on each level as well. And some of them were absolutely absurd. I remember specifically, there was I don't remember the name of the track, but there was a track with like quite a lot of jumps and obstacles, and you had to basically complete the entire track without the front wheel ever touching the floor. And it was so difficult. Man, I want to play Trials now. Damn it. That is the one spear, yeah. Unfortunately, it has become known for that now. It's a bit like Subway Surfers, where it's just like, yeah, Reddit stories on TikTok, and they put some Trackmania content in the background. But I promise you, it's great. It was a Red Bull sponsored tournament last week, which was awesome. If anyone watched that, oh my goodness. I like genuinely, I was watching it, and usually I'm like pretty laid back, I would say. I was actively like jumping up, standing up, shouting at the screen. It was crazy. It was so good. So cool to watch. Yeah, they have the challenge where your front wheel was loose, and if you drove on it too much, it'd fall off. Yes, that's the one. That's the one. Yeah, really challenging. I also like the challenge. Oh god, I forget what it's called. Basically, we're on fire, and if you were too slow, you would burn out, kind of thing. Like you would burn up in flames. So you had to keep the speed up. The Ish man coming in with the Pedro. Thank you so much, the Ish man. I appreciate it, man. Using his Prime like an absolute G, as everyone should be doing. It doesn't even have to be on me. Just make sure you use it. That's the important part. Find a streamer you like and use your Prime. Don't let it go to waste. You're already paying for it with Amazon Prime, so use it. Thank you so much, man. I haven't heard the dog bark in a while, which is good. I think he's settling down now, which is good. The crate training thing is difficult, man. If anyone's ever had a puppy and has experienced that, it's a challenge. No worries, just getting into OSRS, loving the OneChunk. That's awesome. I love that. I love that there's constantly new people coming into the game. It's so good. I love it. I hope you're enjoying it, man. Hope you're enjoying it. Waltron, thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm loving the OneChunk as well. It's great. It's honestly, it's a really fun way to play the game. It'll be even more fun if we can get out of this trunk, though. One day. We'll get there one day. It's still, like, tripping me out that I'm just in a closet. I keep just, like, looking around and I'm like, what has my life become, dude? I'm playing a 20-year-old medieval point-and-click game in a closet. Close to the drop rate, crossing your fingers. I know, man. I know. We're getting there. Or we're not getting there. That's the thing, right? That's... I've said it before, but like when you're doing a grind, when it's like a level-based grind, like we did the 58 cooking grind. If you're up to date on the series, we did 58 cooking. At least I like knew what the XP rates were. I knew like how long it was going to take. When you're looking for a drop, you just don't know. You can like, you have an idea. You can estimate like based on the drop rate and stuff like that. You can kind of guess how long it's going to take, but I mean, realistically, am I going to get it in the next 500 kills? Is it going to take 10,000 more kills? You just don't know. You just don't know. That's the crazy part. Anas, how are you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. I appreciate you all swinging by today. Spontaneous, random, short stream today. And I appreciate it, man. It honestly, as I said earlier in the stream, for anyone who's been joining in, I'm not going to go into the whole details and stuff, but I've been super tied up the last couple of weeks, and it's been weighing on me, man. It has. I've been, you know, anxious, I guess, about the lack of content, the lack of streams, that kind of thing. So to be able to hop back on today and you know, see you guys here, it's great. I really appreciate it. Thank you all. Thank you all. If you do gargoyle, you'll make insane GP. I'll do that, Anas. Yeah, I'll go and do some gargoyles. I might go and do it in like 2 or 3 years, if that's okay. I'll wait. It'll probably take me a few years to get there, but yeah, no, I'll go and do that. Just rolled, got Port Sarim, 62 magic grind with no staff. Oh man. Yeah, magic with no staff is never pleasant. It shouldn't be too bad though, right, Pekka? Like, you got good access to runes and stuff, yeah? So, I don't know. I don't think so. Not at all. Rune shop here, just a money grind now. Yeah, for sure. What's your, like, best money maker at the minute, Pekka? That's GP is one thing I'm like somewhat concerned about as well. Like, depending on the way the rolls go for me. If we end up having to do fishing trawler for some reason, and I just have no GP, and I have to buy swamp paste or whatever it is, it's gonna be a challenge, man. I don't know. Like, I don't really have any way to make money right now. But if we get, and I've got my fingers crossed, but if we get Ardy next, then infinite money, man. We'll be rolling in it. Be pickpocketing Knights of Ardy. Probably make jewelry because I have gold and a furnace and sell to the jewelry shop in Port Sarim. Oh, okay, there you go. That's pretty good, actually. That's pretty good. It's getting to the point now where I'm like, I'm getting really curious about my upcoming chunks and stuff like that. Like, I really am. I'm trying not to think about it too much because it's just going to make me, like, really anxious to get this grind over with. And, you know, I just can't bank on that being quick. So I'm trying not to think about it, but I am. Hey, Teresa, good to see you. Siri thought I was talking to Siri. Siri is useless. Like, I gotta stop saying it because, like, my phone keeps chirping up now. Yeah, I'm a bit of a Siri hater. Sorry, Siri. Also just finished the camo armor random, so XP lamps. Nice, nice. I haven't had an XP lamp in quite a while either, to be fair. All of my random events have been useless for a while now, which is frustrating. Starting to get proper excited, but no, it can be 10 kills or 10,000 kills. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Absolute pain, Ben. But I'm sticking to my guns, man. I think I said 4,700. I think that was my, like, approximate guess. I'm sticking to that. I feel you stole this playlist from a 13-year-old me. I did, Drunkish. That's exactly what I did. I do feel like this genre of music will be my, like, you know, if I ever had kids, this would be the kind of music I'd be showing them. And being like, back in my day, this is what I used to listen to. That, or I'd be like blasting some Skrillex in the house. My kids would be like, what the hell is this? $4725? I think so. I think that's a good guess. And that would be like 6 hours away? Something like that? Which I'm so down for. Of course, it would be nice to get it sooner, but I can't be greedy. How's Frey doing at the minute? Has anyone been keeping up with him? Is he anywhere near the Smoldering Stone yet? I know he was like almost twice the drop rate last time I saw. That was probably a week ago. Fallout Boy is dad rock. It is dad rock, definitely. Pretty sure that's the number you said. That sounds about right, Blizz. Yeah. And it still feels right. It still feels good. I can't believe that qualifies as dad rock now. I know, right? It's crazy. I was at a party, I guess, the other day, whatever you want to call it. And one of my friends was, he's in a band, right? So I was going to see him, basically. There was a bunch of us went to see him. And there was a whole mix of people there. And there was these, like, 2 18-year-olds. And my mate that was on stage started playing Mr. Brightside by The Killers. And we're all jamming out. And these 2 18-year-olds had never heard it before. They had no idea what the song was. And I felt physically sick. Still here? I am still here, Cloudy. I am still here. I think one of the reasons I'm also excited to be done with this is, like, I just want to be, like, not underground anymore. It'll be genuinely really nice to be doing something that's on the surface. I'm kind of tired of the brown, black, grey. I just want to see some color, man, you know? I want the bright lights of Ardy. There's a person who lives in Buffalo. That was our theme song for the Bills this year. Mr. Brightside was? That's a really good theme song. Don't do it, Blue. Hallucinogenics aren't the way. Lord here again. I still don't know who Lord is. I still don't know. He says sorry I'll hop and he actually did. I don't know, man. I don't know. Man's playing RuneScape in a closet in a dungeon for 200+ hours. When you put it like that, X, maybe I've made some poor life choices along the way to end up in this position. You'd never think being stuck underground in a video game would be depressing. Right then, I know. It's funny how just being in this little room here for 200 hours, I just want to be out in the sun, you know? Pickpocketing nights in the beautiful city of Ardy. Don't know if I've asked this before, but do you know / like the Arkells? Saw them in a small venue here a few years ago and found out they're stadium level in Canada. I have not heard of the Arkells. No. I have not heard of the Arkells. Here being UK. Makes sense. No, I haven't. I haven't heard of them. Go touch grass. I haven't even seen grass in a while, let alone touch it. Everything's still covered in snow. Does Law train on ogres or something? I have no idea. I genuinely don't know. It's every time I go live, he's here. So I'm still like just convinced it's a viewer. And it's just the weirdest account I've ever seen. I just don't know. I just don't know. But he always acts like he's training on ogres, and I'm like, I just don't know. I heard snow and my head popped up. I'm not gonna fall for it, Teresa. I'm not. I'm well trained with the Ligma now, you know? I'm well trained. I'm much harder to get now. If we're talking about music, what about... Wait, now I have to be careful that everything's a Ligma. What about Carry On? Haven't heard of Carry On either. Am I just like fully out of the loop with music, or are you guys throwing very obscure bands at me? $11 more? Oh, right. For all the fours, 4,444. I should be a bingo caller. Carry on, my wayward son. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Actually an obscure band. I like obscure bands. Just got into the series. I love the skip rule. Definitely helps keeping certain chunks moving. Yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying Peterson's. Thank you. Yeah, so far we're yet to actually use the skip, but having a look around at some of the chunks on the horizon, I don't think it'll be too long before we use it. I don't think it'll be long. We did discuss like using it on this task, but when you look at the world map, the curved bone grind is everywhere, man. Like, it's everywhere. So we'd have to do it at some point. Whoops. Have you ever heard of the band Static X? I have not. Have you heard of the band Curved Bond? They're famous for this song, 1 in 5013. Sometimes I like listen to the most, not just obscure bands, but I'll listen to like the weirdest just songs that people don't listen to on their day-to-day life, you know? And then sometimes I'll add them to my Spotify, and then they'll just come up like 2 years later, and I'm like, what am I doing? I've got like a hardcore dubstep remix of Moana's How Far, what's it called? How Far Can I Go, or whatever the song's called? How Far I'll Go? Whatever the theme song is from Moana. I've got a hardcore dubstep remix of that on my Spotify. I was also listening to like the a cappella version of the Pirates of the Caribbean, like the one you see on TikToks all the time. It's like yo ho, whatever that's called. Just random stuff like that in my Spotify, and I'm like, what is this? But every time they come on, I'm like, hell yeah, man, it's awesome. It has been said it's a rite of passage, you gotta do it. Yeah, exactly, right? Exactly. I feel like it's a good way to open the series kind of thing. If this, like, because essentially this is the first, like, really challenging grind. Even then, you know, there'll be people that say it's not a really challenging grind. I mean, you look at the Smoldering Stone, Revenants, whatever else, right? There are definitely worse grinds, but this is the first real challenge we've had. And if I just straight away came out and said, we're blocking it, I think that would have a lot of people being... I think it would turn a lot of people off from the block idea. So the fact that people can see that, yes, we have a block system in place, however, there are still some pretty mad grinds that we got to do, regardless. I think it's a good way to, like, introduce that system, you know? Static X is like if industrial metal and disco music had a child with a rough upbringing. I'll have to check that out. That sounds interesting, to say the least. Band I've been listening to a lot recently is Electric Callboy. Techno meets Europop meets metal. Wow. That's quite the mix. If you want something odd, Belenos is death metal sung in Breton. What? What are the random songs have I just got kicking around in my Spotify? Oh, I've got... Some of these I feel like are just embarrassing, but I don't know. I got Diggy Diggy Hole by Windrose. That comes on from time to time, and I'm like, hell yeah, man. I'm listening to some heavy metal cover of a song that was just sung by a Minecraft YouTuber 20 years ago. I mean, it wasn't 20 years ago, but you know. Electric Callboy goes hard. They have their own version of Every Time We Touch. No way. I think you should listen to it at least once. I definitely will. Every Time We Touch is just a banger. The Windrose version is sick, right? Community Spotify playlist would go hard. Actually, that's a great idea, Drunkish. I do like that idea a lot. I don't know. I wonder how I would, like, do that. I guess it would be similar to song requests, where there's no, like, particular genre. It's just a random collection of music, right? I wonder if there's a way I can, like, set that up in the Discord, where it automatically saves it to my Spotify or something. Probably not, but I could at the bare minimum just have a Spotify channel in the Discord, and I'll just manually add them. That could be really cool. Please watch the video for it, though. The music video. I will. I'll do that. Actually, let me write that down, otherwise I'll forget. You know what I'm like. Perfect. Yeah, I'll check that out. That's gonna end up with Ram Ranch and that knocking sound jump scares real quick. Probably. Maybe that's why, like, me adding them manually might be a good idea, because at least I can kind of, like, what's the word? I just check them, you know? Ever heard of the Who, Mongolian throat singing metal? No, I haven't. I love these obscure references. I will make a Spotify channel, actually. I like that idea. And you guys can throw in whatever obscure things that you're listening to. It doesn't even have to be obscure. It can just be bangers that you like. It could be a Taylor Swift song for all I care, like whatever. And I'll add them all into one massive playlist that you guys can follow if you have Spotify or whatever. And we can listen to it on stream and stuff like that. It would have to be on Twitch, of course. Blessing you hereby with the banana look of drops. Thank you, Baku. Have a good night, man. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. I'll make it now real quick. Thanks, X. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, that could be pretty cool. Maybe I'll add some of my obscure songs of choice into that as well. You can have Moana dubstep. Static X song recommendations. Perfect. I'll check some of those out for sure. Well, this is 4,444 right here. So is, you know, will it be on a nice clean number? Probably not. I feel like no drop ever in the history of drops lands on a nice clean number. But you can hope. Thanks so much, X. I appreciate that. I'll put an announcement so that people know in the Discord. All right, is it going to happen? 4,444 ogres. It sounds like such a disgusting amount when I say it out loud. It really is. But it's okay, because it's all over right now. Dude, imagine. Imagine how good that would have been. Imagine. Well, it wasn't to be, but that is where I'm going to leave this one. We'll pick it back up soon enough. Now I've got my new setup, for lack of a better word, my closet of security, whatever. My security closet, that's what I'm going to call it. Now I've got my security closet. We're all good. We're back. We're back, baby. It feels good. I appreciate you all so much for being here for my little short, spontaneous stream. Massive appreciate it. I hope some of you guys weren't just joining in as I'm outroing. I hate when that happens. I always feel so guilty. But yeah, no, thank you all so much. I really, genuinely, really appreciate it. I will be uploading this onto the VODs channel. I forgot to upload the last video to the VOD channel. My bad. So check that out. !VOD if you wanna catch up on what you might have missed. But we'll be back soon enough. I appreciate you all, man. Have a good night, guys. Take care.